We're here today with Sam Davidson from Cool People Care, a great nonprofit organization who is working to make a difference not only in Nashville but within the U.S. and around the world. So let's say hi to Sam and welcome to Web's Fun Ideas and Local Aficionado.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So you have quite the family history here in Nashville. How long have you guys been around?
Yeah, a little bit. It's interesting. I have been back, so post-college, for 5 years, coming this January. But grew up here, went to elementary, middle, high school here. Family came here because my dad's job transferred. He worked for HCA for a long time. And but before that, my grandparents actually grew up here, went to high school here. Grandmother went to East High School. Grandfather went to Hume Fogg. And so it's, as it dates back years and years, even though they moved in the 50s, there's still that sort of connection. And I started Hume Fogg 60 years after my grandfather graduated, which is kind of a neat thing to think about, even though it was sort of accidental, I guess, how there's still Davidsons in Nashville, I guess.
Very nice. We were talking earlier, and there's I think a pretty cool connection here with your family in Nashville still. Your grandfather worked with the railroad, which played a vital part of the history of Nashville. And now you have an organization that is working to be a vital part of Nashville and bringing people together. Two different worlds in many aspects, but at the same time, I think what you guys are doing, you're playing a very important role in the future of this city.
Well, yeah, we definitely hope to. I think there are some parallels there. I mean, my grandfather worked on the railroad, and that transportation device, if you will, got people from one place to another quicker than anything else that was available at the time. And the internet is now doing that with information. It's getting ideas and thoughts and stories out as far as it can reach, as quick as it can. And so it's neat for us to be able to be in that space because we're able to do that, and we hope we can do that with ideas and chances for people to make a difference and make an impact in the local community. That's the reason that when we started 2.5 years ago, we knew we had to be primarily on the web. And we wanted to get our content, our ideas, our inspirational thoughts out there on that mechanism so it could reach more and more people more and more quickly.
So how can people, we'll start with Nashville. What can we do person by person to make a difference and to see that difference happen in our lives and in the city? Yeah,
so for the last 2.5 years on our website, coolpeoplecare.org, every single weekday we have a brand new idea for a way someone can make a difference in 5 minutes or less. Just a 99-word article, so it's real quick to read, but it's going to have something practical that you can do to make a positive impact. And that's going to be in a lot of different issue areas. We talk about the environment, we talk about education, healthcare, poverty. If you name it, we'll talk about it as long as it's going to make a positive impact. And what we found is that people are excited about that because it's something that's doable, something that there's some immediate results there, it's measurable. I know that the action of me taking a reusable coffee mug at the coffee shop is going to save 1 paper cup from ending up in a landfill. And in fact, if I do that every day for a year, I'll save the equivalent of a tree all by myself. So the average tree makes between 300 and 400 paper cups. So over the course of the year, I'll save one of those. And so people gravitate to that because they know that they can do something that makes a positive impact. And so we always tell people that the best thing to do is the next thing to do. So whether they're going to work, to school, grocery shopping, picking up the kids, picking up the dry cleaning, cooking dinner, there's always something positive that they can do to make an impact. They're just going to maybe have to think about that activity a little bit differently than they have in the past.
Can you give us a couple of examples? Like I know we were talking earlier about if you're going to pick up your child at school, or back to the coffee cup. Mm-hmm. We were saying that you can actually save, some places will actually save you money.
They will. There's a lot of coffee shops that if you bring your own mug, they'll give you a dime off or 10% off or a quarter or a free next size up or something. So a lot of coffee shops have jumped in on that and promote that even. And so there's some around town, places like Crema Coffee, which is located near downtown, or Sip Cafe over in East Nashville, or Edgehill Studios over off Music Row. A lot of these local shops that if you bring in your own mug, they'll happily give you the discount because it's fewer paper cups that they have to buy. So they're saving money too, and they're happy to pass it on. Of course, the benefit then is one to the environment and not just to the wallet. But the neat thing that we've seen in doing our work over the last 2 years is that all of those environmental changes or actions, they do usually have a monetary impact. And so everything from turning my thermostat down, to driving less, to doing all of those behaviors result in a monetary savings, either on my electric bill or my coffee bill or whatever else I'm buying, there's going to be that positive impact. So it's even more of an incentive for me to do that. In addition to helping the planet and helping future generations and all those sort of almost intangible things that we think about that are good, that give us the warm fuzzies, but really when we can see a savings, it's even more important.